Stop the cap.
What's up, Chad? Hey, this is a different type of stream today, and I hope you don't get triggered. I'm just here to educate. I'm bringing this to our awareness. If you don't like it, then I really don't give a fuck. But here we go. I'm just gonna, what I'm saying, just let you guys, I'm just gonna review this real quick. I just want you guys to see something. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna, I'm not advertising iPhone. I'm not selling iPhone. But if you have an iPhone, just bear with me. I got a subject to get into. But before I do that, I just wanna show, you know what I'm saying, the latest iPhone, how beautiful it is. You know what I'm saying? To own this, how privileged it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you see how that purple one looks? See that gold, silver? What a beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Look at that. Boom. Boom. What is that? It's called marketing. Go ahead. Okay. You can see all of this stuff. Okay. You know, looks cool, right? It's beautiful. Like, in my opinion, man, if I see this and I don't know none, I'll be excited too. I'll be definitely excited. Look at this. Especially if I come here and I'm watching this and I'm like, oh my god, this shit looks fire. This shit looks beautiful. Especially the way they put it together. It's like great marketing. Like, this is the way I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. You know what I'm saying? And that might be the only positive thing I'm gonna say about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, how brilliant, how their marketing is brilliant. Like, that's what I'm saying. Look at this. It's beautiful, right? This shit is actually it's making you to, like, want to buy it, right? That's how it's designed. It's really designed that way. You know what I'm saying? But you know what it is. So it's a genius marketing. But I'm just showing you something. Like, I still have not reached my point yet. So I'm just reacting what I'm seeing right now. It's just, I'm impressed when it comes to the marketing. Look at this. Boom. You see that, right? Just keep that in mind. We'll talk about that in a bit. We're almost there. Just want to review this. Just want to show you something. You know what I'm saying? I just want to show you something. But just look at this, how beautiful this shit is put together. Look at this. This is brilliant, man. Look at this. It's like it's making you want to, like, you know what I'm saying, participate. It's like you want to be part of that club, right? Love, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. All right, look at this. Damn, so you can record? Damn, that's awesome. Okay. 3 cameras, 3 big ass camera. Okay. Oh wow. You can show your true color. Oh wow. I'm impressed.
Stop the cap.
I'm impressed. Man, like, look at this. Oh, what is this? The mastermind behind it all. That's the chip, right?
Stop the cap.
Say hello to A16 Bionic, the ultimate smartphone chip. Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll talk
New
about
World
that.
Order.
We'll talk about that. Oop, I think I pressed the wrong button. I'm sorry. We'll continue. Oh, a battery that's all in all day, huh? Oh, nice. Up to 29 hours of video playback on iPhone 14. Wow, that is more than I'm sleeping. That is more than 24 hours. That means my iPhone can just play video all day long and then some. Wow. Wow. This is amazing. Up to 23 hours. This is ridiculous. So long. What? This is more than beyond impressive. Okay. And I'm just click here, nothing there, nothing that I'm looking for. Okay. And that's as far as it can go. And then that's it. And then we're gonna go all the way down. You're almost there. Just bear with me. Okay. You see I don't see anything that I'm looking for. And boom, we went all the way to the bottom. I can't go anymore. I can't scroll down anymore. And over here, I hope you guys can see that part. Let me zoom in. Yes. I'm sure you guys can see it right there. What does it say? United States. Okay. All right. So the reason why I just wanted to look there was two reasons why I really wanted to look at this page first. Number one, it doesn't say anything about China. You know what I'm saying? Like this phone, the iPhone. If you look at the back of your iPhone, it will say it was designed in California, in the United States, and assembled or made in China. Okay, but does it say anything about China here? Nope. I looked through everything, and it doesn't mention anything about China. The only thing it says about it. The only thing it mentions is the United States. Like the phone is made in the U.S.
Nope.
Okay. So far, I hope you guys are with me. Because I'm out here trying to expose some shit. I don't give a flying fuck. Like, they already sued me. Like, I don't really care. I'm not trying to save a face out here.
Nope.
Like I
Nope.
care. Like, you can fuck off. But what I was trying to say is that, okay, so there was nothing about China that was mentioned here. And then the other point that I had was great marketing. Like, this shit looks beautiful. No wonder why majority Americans own iPhone. Not only Americans, but around the whole world. iPhone is a big fucking deal. No wonder, because this shit looks amazing. Anybody would want to fucking own this, right? But the more you know, the better. So let's get into the real story of the day. Breaking news. If you really didn't know, let me actually show you some of these reports. Let me start with New York Times. Let me start with New York Times. New York Times investigates. Now, like that says, New York Times investigation confirms that Apple's factories in China are basically slave labor camps. Holy moly!
New World Order.
All right, so a lot of you guys didn't even know that, but after today, after finding this out, hey, I don't know what to say about you, but I didn't actually know about this. I actually owned iPhone, and then I found this out. My heart sank. You know what I'm saying? And I just want you to guys be aware of this. I just want you to guys know this information. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to say. And there's another report here, and I'm assuming this in because I'm sure if I don't show none of this fucking proof that, you know what I'm saying, Apple will try to fucking sue me. But go ahead, you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
New World Order.
You're not going to be successful because there's multiple millions of reports out there. And at this point, it's unavoidable. So look at this. A new report claims that Apple is still supporting component supplier linked to using slave labor. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys don't want to see this, don't want to believe this because you want to just own your iPhone. You prefer just, you know what I'm saying, cuddling with your iPhone. Typical American. Oops, I meant to say, you know what I'm saying, that American dream. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and continue, man. Here's another fucking proof. Das owning an iPhone make you a digital slave? You mean a digital slave owner? I don't know. I'll let you decide that. You know what I'm saying? Here's another one that I want you to see. Apple's need for slave labor clearly overrides their argument that U.S. plant is impossible due to supply chain issues.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Because that was their argument for a while. Oh, in the U.S., it's going to be impossible to make iPhones in the United States.
Nope.
It would be impossible.
Nope.
It would be like super expensive to make iPhones in the U.S.
Nope.
It's kind of like they always come up with excuses of why they cannot make iPhones in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? So they clearly prefer that slave labor. It's cheaper. You know what I'm saying? It's quicker because you can force motherfuckers to work what? We'll get into that report. Like after this, if you don't wake up, I don't know what else that will wake you up. You know what I'm saying? You're at that point, you're probably gone.
New World Order.
You know what I'm saying? At that point, you're probably gone. And right here, essentially that the supply chain for the tech industry is not in the U.S. today. That was, you know what I'm saying, like this is CFO's excuse to say, you know, oh, we can't really just, you know what I'm saying, make iPhones in the United States. So why is Apple opening a plant in the India where there is no supply chain? Because India is another slave labor market. You know what I'm saying? Like, put one on one together, okay? I'm just showing all of these. You can actually Google it and you will find any of these results. But the main video that I want to play that will make your heart sink is this one. And I really, really hope you pay attention to this one. So let me put the volume up so you can hear what this guy's saying.
One of these or something like it. Pretty cool. You can play your music, make your calls, check the weather, do whatever you want. But a few tidbits you might not know about this bugger, particularly for the guy who made it. He's likely been working for as much as 35 hours continuously, doing the same repetitive motion at lightning speed while being yelled at if he stops, talks, or goes to the bathroom. Typically makes 31 cents an hour, lives in a factory dorm that sleeps 8 to 10 people to a room, and if he tries to form a union and change that, he'll be sentenced to a 12-year prison sentence.
Or get killed immediately.
$1,000 a year, jump off the building right after they finish making our iPhones. Really?
And I have a proof for that. Here. He will show you too, but I'm gonna show. I have a clear evidence, and here is all the fucking pictures that you need to see on this. Look at this. Let me see if they have more of this over here. Nope. But over here, I'm zoom in. So hopefully you can see this. You see this big ass net? That's in case people try to jump off, you know what I'm saying, and commit suicide. No, you cannot. Like, they don't want you to die. They want you to fucking suffer. Like, they want you to fucking suffer. Like, that is crazy. Like, you gotta work until you drop dead. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make that iPhone, man. You gotta make that iPhone ASAP. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make that iPhone. But the average American, you know, they probably don't know this. They really don't know this. And they cannot wait to get their next iPhone.
Nope.
It's like they cannot wait to get their fucking next iPhone. And they don't even know that there's like someone that's dying. Literally, someone that's dying. It's forced labor, man. But again, most Americans don't really give a shit about this. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why I'm showing this, but it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Only some people do care about this. But majority of Americans, they don't really give a shit about this. Look at this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's been reported all over the place. Like, honestly, look at this. It's been reported all over the place. Look at this net. Look at this net. How would you feel? How would you feel every time you fucking try to jump off? Like, first of all, you shouldn't, as a human beings, we shouldn't reach that point. Like, but unfortunately, money rules this fucking planet. You know what I'm saying? So human life became expendable. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking disposable. Sorry to say that. Like, a human life in 2022, it's nothing. It's worth nothing, basically. It's sad.
New World Order.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just reporting this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking saying I believe that. I'm not saying it's okay to do that. I'm just letting you know, in today's world, human life is worth nothing, basically. That's why, you know what I'm saying, if you ever fucking fall off or you lose your job or you can't fucking, like, you can end up being a homeless and die off like that. And fucking in China, you're forced to work 36 hours. If you try to, like, commit suicide or fucking die, that's, you know what I'm saying, like, you can't. Because just like a fish, there's a net that's right there, you know what I'm saying, that makes sure that you fucking suffer. Like, holy
New
moly,
World Order.
man. And the rest of the world don't give a shit. They don't care if you die. They don't care if you just fall off here and they bring you back to the, you know what I'm saying, work and say, hey, continue working, you motherfucker. Nice try. You thought you was going to die? You thought you was going to die? Not today. Not today, motherfucker. You ain't going to die. You're going to continue working. You're going to continue suffering until you drop dead. That's the only way you're going to be gone.
New World Order.
That's the only way. Do you want to, like, you're going to be out of your misery? Is to drop dead. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's exactly what happened to some of them. And I will definitely show you. I have proof. I'm prepared today. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just sad, man. But I guess there's no, like, morality or fucking ethics in America.
New World Order.
Nah, man. That shit was gone a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? That's why I get mad when motherfuckers come up to me and they're like, oh, you got to be ethical, or like, oh, that's immoral. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. First of all, don't talk to me about morals and ethics in America.
Nope.
Don't fucking talk to me about that shit.
Nope.
So it just pisses me off because the hypocrisy is wild. The hypocrisy in America is wild. I swear, like, it's just wild. You know what I'm saying? Because, like Kanye said, man, iPhone is designed by a white guy, and guess who makes it or puts them together in China? You know what I'm saying? A Chinese guy who's enslaved. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. It was designed in California, but it was made in China. So it was designed by a white guy, like Kanye said, allegedly, like Kanye said. It was designed by a white guy in California, and it was made by a slave. Holy
New World Order.
Hey, I'm just reporting things, man. And let's continue. You know what I'm saying?
That's why this controversial factory named Foxconn, located in China, installed the yellow nets you see there to prevent jumpers from dying. Creates a new perspective when it comes to checking.
New World Order.
Responsible for making everything from your Dell computer to your Sony PlayStation 2. Yes, your iPhone has come under intense scrutiny in the wake of a dozen worker suicides earlier this year. Now, Bloomberg Business Magazine out with an exclusive look inside the Chinese factory and a one-on-one interview with the billionaire who runs the place. And joining us now is the executive editor of Bloomberg Business Week, Hugo Lindgren. Also with us, columnist Johann Hari, who has written extensively on Foxconn. And Johann, a lot of the facts that I just reported came from your reporting. You're the most recent to be there on behalf of Bloomberg. Hugo, do your facts match up with Johann's?
Well, I think there have been significant improvements since that was 2006. Is that correct? Where that report was after the original report in the Daily
New
Mail?
World Order.
After pressure from a lot of the companies which does business with Apple and with Hewlett-Packard, Foxconn instituted, a series of reforms to improve workplace conditions.
So let's go through that list.
Sure.
31 cents an hour. Doesn't sound like a lot of money.
Well, wages have gone up. Wages were actually increased right after this spring, after the suicides, and there's a second raise that's going in effect in October.
To what?
As well.
New World Order.
I've myself have received raises on,
Good question.
like, here's a 24% raise, and you're like, that's 12 cents.
You know, I think it's true, of course, that wages in China are a lot lower than what we're accustomed to seeing in the West.
Look at this guy. What a fucking moron.
What about, but what's not difficult is 10 people to a room in 18-hour days.
They've improved some of the dorm conditions. You know, one of the things in that original report, the triple-decker bunk beds, things like that, really crammed in.
They didn't improve shit.
Roamed the campus in Shenzhen pretty freely without supervision, looked at the dorms. You know, they were not places that I would feel comfortable living in, probably not you
Why
either.
not?
Because they were very cramped and they had a lot of people in them. But they were not, you know, they were somewhat analogous to sort of campus dorm rooms that, you know, young people in this country.
It's inhumane.
Hugo's reporting a few years later. Do you feel encouraged by the potential improvement since you were there, or discouraged by the fact this is called improvement?
Well, I should be clear, Dylan, I haven't reported from these factories, because what happens is if people like me turn up, they get shown a Potemkin factory. They get shown a fake dormitory, a very nice dormitory. It's how Steve Jobs could say, well, I don't understand how people can possibly kill themselves in this place. It's a great place to be. So what happens is you get shown a fake thing. So what we have to do is look at the testimony
New
of
World
people
Order.
who are sent there undercover by groups like the National Labour Committee, who then find out the real goods. And one of the things that's very striking, if you read the National Labour Committee reports, is the people who work there regard it as like a prison. One of the first things one of their investigators was told, a teenager came up to him and said, "We are like prisoners here, we're like livestock, we're not treated like workers." What is basically happening in these factories is that we, you and me, are shopping until they drop. I think a really good way for people to understand this is to look at one guy who didn't kill himself, a guy who died in May, called Yan Li, who is absolutely typical of the workers there. He was 27 years old, he worked there for a long time, never had any problems. His job was to just turn a little notch that went into the iPad that I own, that many of your viewers own, and he worked 35-hour shifts. And one day after a 35-hour shift, he dropped dead.
New World Order.
He's not that unusual. China Daily, a major Chinese news source, says 600,000 people are worked to death every year in China. They've actually got a word for it, gualaosi. It's a word that was actually originally coined in the gulags, but has now become part of the common discourse about the way that the goods that you and I use are manufactured.
That was you're saying a lot right there. Do you get the sense that you were shown a fake in terms of a facility? I mean, impossible for you. Obviously, weren't there. Josh Tarangle was there, but is it
Frederick
known?
Balfour and Tim Copeland were there.
Sorry, but who do you have would you even know?
You know, of course we don't know. They have, you know, they have almost 1 million workers all over China. We went to one significant campus they have in Shenzhen where they have 300,000.
One guy is dishonest, and another guy is telling the truth. This guy is dishonest.
A bunch of different settings, both on the job, in
New World Order.
in some of the sort of recreational facilities they have there. Look, the work is monotonous. It's tough. The hours are long. All those things are true. You know, I don't think they're
Liar, liar, liar.
Foxconn these days.
Liar.
No sure way of knowing. I think that when
Stop the cap.
we realized in doing this reporting was, you know, labor practices in China are tough. They definitely are. And the smaller the company and the further away from major cities, the more likely there are to be abuses. Foxconn is kind of in the sights of the Western media, of the companies with which it does business, who, you know, do not like this bad.
Stop the cap.
Do not like their
They
products
don't want the
being held up.
iPhone. They don't want me holding this up, being like,
they
check
don't.
the weather
No, they
and
don't.
hope the guy that made it doesn't
Dylan.
jump.
No, that's true. And so there's, you know, there's a lot of pressure on them to behave.
Stop the cap.
Although it's profitable, cheap labor is good for the stock price, right?
Dylan,
Go ahead, Johann. Go ahead.
Sorry, Dylan, there's a really important point here that American viewers in particular need to understand. There is a huge movement in China of Chinese workers saying, we ain't going to be treated like this anymore. There have been 126,000 strikes in China this year. People holding banners saying there are no human rights here. We won't take this anymore. And it's really important that you know, American corporations particularly the Chamber of Commerce, have been leading a massive lobbying campaign within China and on the American government as well to pressure China, saying don't let them form independent trade unions. The Chinese government has begun to concede to these workers in Guangdong province. They are allowing people to form trade unions, and US corporations are going crazy. They are threatening to leave. They are lobbying extremely hard. They want to continue keeping those people chained to those desks because it keeps their profits high and their costs low.
New World Order.
No, carry on.
Sorry. Well, it's very important that Americans know this struggle is something that you are part of, whether you like it or not. Everything in your house, everything in my house pretty much, all the electronic gadgets, all the things that make our society zing and bling are made by these people in these conditions, and they don't want to live like that. Now, you're part of that. You can either let your corporations speak for you and let them keep these people suppressed, or you can support groups like the trade unions in the United States who are saying, no, we should be on the side of the people arguing for basic human freedoms, like the freedom to have a break in a 12-hour shift, like the freedom to be able to go to the toilet if you're doing a 12-hour shift, like the freedom to be able to refuse to do a 35-hour shift that will kill you.
Does it surprise you that U.S. multinationals have been lobbying for lousy labor practices in China? Does it surprise you? Doesn't surprise me.
I guess it doesn't surprise me, but I think one of the big issues, of course, is that companies always try to find lower wages. That is true of companies everywhere in every country, in every single industry.
Stop the cap.
Well,
Now we take slaves in other countries.
Stop the cap.
No more slaves here. There.
I do think that
This guy loves slaves.
colleague is using a lot of the more scandalous details from this report, which I'm sure are true, to paint a picture of the way the entire labor economy
But what's the
works out.
counter narrative?
I don't know. I'm not going to say there's a counter narrative.
He's saying it's a good slavery.
And frankly, he's absolutely right about the change in sort of the attitudes and the approach of the young workers there, and that's something that's borne out in our reporting. You know, they don't want to be trapped, and the truth is they're not going to be, whether that's through labor unions or whether that's just through the competitiveness of the labor economy there already.
They definitely paid this guy.
Retail in China, and one of the reasons is because they have a lot of workers who don't want to work in factories anymore, will basically refuse to work in factories anymore, who are good employees and who, like, it's a way to sort of leverage the labor force there too. Now you can look at that as a manipulative move on their part. It may well be, but I think it shows that there is a really accelerating change there.
Probably because we're talking about it. There's a lot of you guys are over there, and they're talking about it. Was being talked about,
right?
And that means you might be getting ready to actually do something.
We'll see.
A pleasure, Hugo.
Thank you very much.
Johann, same as well. Thank you so much for the.
Shout out to Dylan, man. You are the fucking GOAT. Thank you for holding this clowns accountable. Thank you for holding these clowns accountable, man. Because nowadays we don't really have real journalists anymore. They really don't have we don't have a great journalist, an honest journalist anymore. We have just, you know what I'm saying, shitty people that just treat others like they're a piece of crap.
New World Order.
But shout out to this guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a really honest guy, man. And these other, like, journalists, they really get paid, bro. I don't understand, man. Like, we put money over human life. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucking sad. It's very, very sad. It's very fucking sad. But what are you going to do, man? Like he said, you know what I'm saying? Now you know. You know what I'm saying? Now you know. Like, this information, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep owning your iPhone? Are you going to buy the next new iPhone? You know what I'm saying? That's the question. Here's my question to you. Your iPhone is made by a slave. Now what? What are you going to do? Because I'm not going to tell you what to do. Like, that's not my fucking job. My job is to just bring this to you and you decide. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like, I'm just going to bring this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just shed a light on this and you motherfucking decide. Because I know you're capable of deciding. I know you're smart as fuck. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, treat you like how these media treat you. Media treats regular people like they're nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, oh, they're not smart. They don't know they don't know nothing.
Nope.
That's not true though.
Stop the cap.
That's definitely not true. You know what I'm saying? Because the average person has been, you know what I'm saying, like, what is that word? Underestimated. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the case. They're fucking smart. They know what's going on. But in some cases, they're stuck. They just can't do nothing about these situations. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like they're powerless. But don't ever fucking feel like hopeless. And I'm not going to feel hopeless, you know, in our society. You know what I'm saying? Never. And especially Americans, I will never lose hope of Americans. Like, nah, man.
Nope.
Majority of Americans are good people. You know what I'm saying? And they're just suppressed. You know what I'm saying? And if these people are left alone, like, this world would have been a better place. You know what I'm saying? But they're being manipulated, played with, suppressed. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and more. So,
New World Order.
it's tough. But I hopefully one day, you know what I'm saying? One day, man, I believe that Americans can overcome one day. Like, as a human beings, we'll do better. We'll do better than this. Because this is not it's not a fair way to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, it's not a fair way to live. Like, we cannot act like, you know what I'm saying, we're just living our best life and we don't care about other humans. Like, that's not a good way to live. We cannot live like that. We better than that as a human being. You know what I'm saying? We better than that. And, like, I know maturity, like, I think in history, it was the first time that someone, I don't even know. Let me Google, actually. Or can I make that another stream? Because I really don't want to get into that. But I just wanted to bring that to you guys. And it's your choice what you're going to do about it. You know what I'm saying? So your iPhone was made by a slave. Now you know. You know what I'm saying? Now you know. But that's it for me. I hope you guys learned something new. You know what I'm saying? And do something. But until next time, peace.